No, my sword!
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Was there something we could help with?
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission directly from the Tenryou Commission. The assignment is both urgent and dangerous. After assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required. Naturally, you came to mind.
Just another day on the job for us!
Allow me to explain. The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Ito.
An Oni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the streets. That said, he has never been caught up in major trouble of any kind. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves. But it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin before making a getaway with his accomplices.
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us to bring this Oni in. No problemo! This does sound like a job for the Traveler. She'll be back with that Oni in no time!
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki Gang.
On second thought, Paimon will leave the fighting to you. The last place Paimon wants to be is in a gang fight.
We are still investigating Arataki Ito's potential motives behind these incidents, as well as his current whereabouts. But please ask around in the streets as well. There will likely be others more familiar with Ito's circumstances than I am, who can provide you with useful information. Thank you. I will await your return. Ad Astra Avisask.
Well, let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki Ito guy and figure out where he might have run off to.
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is he did something monumentally stupid and ran off before they could catch him. And to be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, well, I mean, not that surprised.
Wait, you mean he already had a bad reputation?
No, not exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does. Big and brash and always making a ruckus. So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. When he's in a good mood, he's as high as a kite. But when he gets upset, he gets completely enraged. I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control. I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. I keep a pretty good eye on what's happening in the city, and as far as I can tell, he just idles the days away. When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang. If I had to guess, his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to make ends meet.
Is it just Paimon, or is this Ito fellow starting to sound pretty weird?
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. He tends to spend his time with people a little more lively than myself. Perhaps you could try asking around some more.
Okay, thanks.
Arataki Ito? Oh yeah, I heard about that whole thing. I'm sure it must have been a mix-up on the Tenryou Commission's end. He could never do anything so dastardly.
Huh? How can you be so sure? Is he really as trustworthy as all that?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, I meant he literally doesn't have what it takes. Maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to spend a lot of time playing rock, paper, scissors and hide and seek with the kids on the streets. Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here. He used to lose all the time, sometimes catastrophically.
On purpose, though, right?
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable!" And so on. Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped in and gave Ito a scolding. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if nothing had ever happened. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. In fact, he kind of sounds like a man of integrity.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, the Tenryou Commission's evidence against him is supposed to be irrefutable. So, I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has messed up big time, then he should face the consequences just like anyone else.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We've been trying to apprehend him recently. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the Adventurers Guild.
Catherine says that Arataki Ito hasn't done anything seriously bad before, so it seems pretty strange. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's accused of?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity, but for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole city could have recognized it was him. At first, he was just one of our suspects, but when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start. Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree. At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to enlist the help of Kujo Sara to finally secure his vision. The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
He does sound a little unstable, just like people have been saying.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring him straight here. We'll handle him from there.
Thanks for all the info. don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist.
Hot Springs has magical
Paimon
powers.
remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
Yeah!
Hello, we'd like to ask some questions about Arataki Ito.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryou Commission. But first, do you have enough Moro to cover the fee? I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through, I'm sure you understand the way these sorts of things work.
How much more are we talking about here?
A one-off payment of 397,000 Mora, up front. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Ito is successfully caught and brought to justice.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive! How did you even come up with the price that high?
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryou Commission. All you'll need to pay is the small commission fee. And, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventures Guild once we have Ito. So, from the way I see it, you guys are getting a pretty nice deal. Now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a well-known Inazuman fairy tale. A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the blue Oni said to the crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
as planned, the crimson people finally accepted him. Only the news, he was gone. Only a
Worry about me. No matter where I go,
That's it? What about the little blue pony? Whatever happened to him?
I suppose the blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only the crimson Oni remain now.
But Pony was just an innocent little kid.
Horse I go through all the trouble of telling it. The space historical event each fact a descendant of the Crimson integrate themselves in human society. Are known to commit a wrongful act in the past. Ever allowing this side of him to take over? Their story. But he can only assume why point. Besides,
already made it to Yacht Island by now. The 10 song. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Ito chose to. Don't mind.
Paimon still has a question.
Judging from his previous bouts, he is to him.
Funny. What use is that?
Fact, all Oni will avoid beans. Him. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, luck subduing him.
Yeah.
That I have a bag of beans. Makes it better. Of course, I will charge the
Island and start looking. Oh. Catherine mentioned that he has a vision. Particularly noteworthy. Her more flip. Happy him? Is that Arataki Ito? This okay. Avoid a fight. What should we do?
Acting up. I can take it. Gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is. In a moment. That's better. To be, huh? Me like. So you're here to bring me. Whatever. If you think I'm going back, if I don't it's like you.
That's pretty.
Me. Yes. I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah. Don't you think?
Not when they're family. More at a I can, depend on them. Stop wasting everybody's time.
Mission to be back.
What did you say, little one? Say
Well, mostly mission to.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. We
Ito!
Run.
What's taking you so long? You gonna have a hey, on promise.
Yeah, that's still going ahead. But you, out here for ages, and I still can't find a bike, so just give Uncle Ito a little more time, okay?
Who are they? Are they your friends?
Yeah. But what can I say? They were just too worried about me. Prestige, yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Ito has.
Huh? Talking about? We.
Just get out of this.
Uncle Ito? You don't have to fall over.
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. It's all rock solid.
Okay, if you Petty, don't be too long.
Yep, I'll be right there. Today.
Who are those people?
Granny. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. All back to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with the gang. I didn't bring him with me. The Technical Commission would be yours for.
But if you care about them so much, then you and all this place.
We make two go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle the duel. If you win, come quietly. Back to Ina's. You won't hear a peep out of me. Why? 'Cause I'm an Oni of my. I'll just Daisuke that I need to step outside. You won't worry. Cool?
Consider.
Oh, it's like. Alright, but first things first. I need to food to it. I've been looking here for ages and haven't found myself a winner yet, so. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might skedaddle.
Time to lose.
By the way, Paimon's curious. What kind of game is?
Wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big soft. They're doing nothing. But let me tell ya, once the start, anything get in their way. The grand game of beetle, where other it's back. Hey, it's not. I have taken part in more. Would I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Be looking at its shape, size, and just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, you're only right. It's not fighter doesn't have the guts, and it's game over. Are you too lucky you ran into me? When it comes to beetles, bird, all you need to
Be playing? We're just here to keep an eye.
think I'm just tooting my own horn. Just you. By the way, that kid has one tough under lean, mean beer.
Oh.
Okay, let me. Bet we're gonna find some Major League Oni Kabuto hiding out.
Lightning storm!
Just our luck. Well, hopefully that'll scare all the wind. Oh, darn it, they're all gone. From here. You see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of dough. Gonna. Huh? Oh. Like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay. One. See? As long as you're here. Yeah, it's on the smaller side. But, just let the expert explain, okay? Moves comes. Listen, you can never see a beetle. Look, God, haven't you ever heard the saying, "Don't judge a book by its..." Young beetles that have never fight tend to corner the moment they see a strong opponent. Just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me. Champion!
Beetles and Paimon wants in! Like we have any. What do you think, Ito? Big and. It matches everything you said about a good fighter. But. Wait. Bigger.
You got two.
This is the first one Paimon's got.
Be a expert in no time. But
Oh, not that good then.
you tell this'll finally be the one. Well, that's world talented. So many unrelated. Wait a minute. Up it. This word that sums it up nicely. Actually, it's Huh.
Guess it makes no difference.
Whoa. You know. Hang on. Anyway, time. This. Let's go.
No time to lose.
Finally! You're back! Or scared of your beetle. Go!
Come on, you can take him, little guy!
That's right! Finish it! Looks like I'll win again!
I swear! Crimson.
Crimson Cyclone!
Whoa! Stripey.
Guy, use your super Paimon
Believe.
Yay! We won!
Ghost. Some
Real talent! Of course, Crimson.
Hmm?
This is for you, Dad.
You're really giving it to me?
Ed.
Will we ever be able to go?
Never. Anyway, I got some things I can discuss with my friend.
You're from the Tenryou community, aren't you? Oh.
Hey, didn't I tell you? Hey.
Everyone. I've never seen these two before. Not only did he not hit
Out, remember? Liar.
Ito, sometimes you... About...
I guess. Thanks. I'll explain everything. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating found any reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. What? Maybe you don't. and the blue Oni. Oh. Easier.
So,
Blue Oni and Oni behind. But the other details? Very... They're leave out. It's a little thing called the cold, hard truth. The Inazuma had to have, but the Oni are proud kind. Ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. Blue Oni and keeping to
you were... Jeez. So really...
humans were still wary of Oni at the time. Find a didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All hard and so revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni had to resolve. Swore the Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni. But who?
What were they?
They to accept humans in their heart before Oni were. Second, the Crimson Oni were pleased awesome to win respect from the humans. They were to find also protect. The number of Blue Oni began to dwindle. Story of Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it. One, the Blue Oni clan had survived.
Real culprit was a descendant of the Blue...
Right. Of the I can't bring myself to accept it. Exactly. Their sacrifice they made, and I know for the you don't steal from other people. You don't harm. At the some, but any. Then the Tenryou Commission would have definitely come.
What the...
He was the one I managed. Some. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken. His mom. I never any family to hide somewhere else. I didn't want to get anyone else caught up. Back to Inazuma City, then I'm gonna fight. Once both of us in.
Just treat it
be reasonable? I knew it! Fine. Truth and justice. To tell you though, things could get a little dangerous.
About it.
Alright. First job is to investigate this blue own. Whoa.